One of their biggest problems is the numbers that it spits out are way too high. So you don't have any place to go in a negotiation. That's what I love about the wholesale atlas is it really lets you give an offer that's nice and low. So oh, you guys are so nice, Blue Sky Management. You guys are nice to me. I appreciate it so much. The other cool thing, you want another demo? I got one person that says another demo. If I get a bunch of people, then we'll do it. I just really don't want to. I don't want to bore you guys. If it's demo, okay, let's do a demo. I've got that's enough, and TikTok. If you guys are wholesaling at all, to it. Okay, here's what. Let's do it the old school way. Okay, kind of the Richard Taylor way. Everything. So you can see my Zillow timer on this. Let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna do a simple one at 8:10 right now. So let's go to Zillow, and then we want to find things that are selling. I don't want to sell mine. I want to buy. So we would come, and this is one way that he does it, where he's like, okay, well, find an area, red this way too, and just find a concentration of red dots. We're gonna go to Texas. Okay, there's a lot of red dots. Okay, we're just gonna shoot our shot here, and I'm just okay. So 9, we have to go on and see what the rents are on a 289. Oh, rents aren't available. Okay. So this okay for so what do we have? Yeah. Right. So we'll do that. Boom, looking for the rents. Okay. This is our address. This is just a random address. So no reason. Okay, $1,569 a month. It's $289 and it rents for $1,500. Okay, so for us, okay, so we did some time with that. So let's go over here and we're going to all these. Okay, we need this one to rent for $2,500. Oh, $1,900. So not that great. Okay, so we're going to pass over that one. Then we go to the next one. Let's see. We're going and looking down. Oh, there. Okay, here the rent's $2,000 a month. Here, it's $238. Not really great. What I'm looking for, guys, is 1% of the purchase price. Okay, so let's find one, and then because this will be a good way to. So I'm looking through these. I'm looking for lower priced, nice houses. So that one's $230. Looks clean inside. Let's find out what the rents are. $1,400 on a $2,500 house or $230,000 house. Okay, well, how about this? Let's just act like we like this one. Okay, so now we need to go, and sometimes it has it here, but we need to see, is this house on market or off? I mean, is it got a, oh, it's for sale by owner, so we know that much. So let's see if it's got a mortgage. So then we would open PropStream. Okay, so this is, we have to do a lot of searching before we can figure out even if we're going to call this one. And this is the old way, guys. This is the old way. This is not what I'm suggesting we do anymore. And so I'm going through the whole process just so I can really show you the difference. Okay, Danny Brook, let's see. So now we're going, this is our third website we got to. We started with Zillow, we went to Zillow Rent Estimator, and now we're going to PropStream. We're checking out PropStream. Okay, PropStream, there's no open mortgage. Okay, so now we know that there's no open mortgage. These guys own this free and clear. Okay, well, and now we could probably make a phone call. We kind of like this. There's a possibility of seller financing. Don't love the fact that the rent. Well, this is something interesting. We'll see what the rents are. Okay, 32 people, and it's 170. It's a potential deal. Looks like it might not be finished. 75. It's not. I think that's a. I don't think that's okay. Interesting. Something. Okay. So what was that? 2.5? Oh no, it's 5 minutes. That took us 5 minutes to find the property. And this is a weird one. And I want to call it, I like the fact that it's weird. Okay. So now let's go into the future of how to do things and go to the Wholesale Atlas. Wholesale Atlas. Okay, now we're going to start our clock again. We're at 8:15. We started at 8:10. So 5 minutes of that was for just looking for our first property over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is Wholesale Atlas allows you to city lead gen, a way to do so. With Buy Box Cartel, I guess they're coming out with lightning leads, which I assume it's taken from this. Okay, 8:16. I'm gonna pick Gilbert, Arizona. Let's just see what we get. Okay. So this is the only thing that frustration with. It takes a minute to look if not a place that people have been searching a lot. In Ohio would pop right up because it's already been searched today. And so it just is, since Gilbert, Arizona is not readily searched, it's good news because you're kind of you're a little bit more alone when you're searching that area. Okay. And so with that's correct. And then we'd call on it. You're looking at about a half hour phone call and everything. This one, I'm going to get you 15 leads in about 30 seconds. If this ever finishes. It always does this just to make me look dumb. So let's try to get this going. Hey, Nick, I'm pulling you on stage. Let me finish the demo and then you and I will chat about your property. Towns that are a little bit harder because nobody's been looking at it. The way that the whole thing works is the more people that are looking at it, the more it stays in the system. Small, more. But I don't know if you're seeing right off the bat, I anywhere else to get the rent, to get the equity, none of it. So I can see that here. So I just move on. That's not going to work for me. 339, that's not going to work for me. 350 is not going to work for me because, okay, now here we go. There's one. I would mark that, and that's something I'm going to call. It's that simple. I've got one. I've got 385, 3,600. These are great. These are great rents for the area. 400,000, not a fan. What I like about this too is I can see they do have a mortgage, but they only have 20%. And so this is the potential of going in and taking over the mortgage. 396, these are all too expensive. Okay, 399, 3,200. Again, a good one to call on because we're going to knock that price down, and that potentially could be a good. Well, no, I don't love this one. The normal rent's 2,000. So Gilbert, Arizona, in general, you can see right off the bat, it's not a great place to look for something. Okay, so but in that same amount of time, like I've got two that I can call on. If I want to, I can look at it a little bit closer. I go and analyze the deal. The cool thing here is I can make notes and just say, like, I called realtor. And so I can one second. Okay, they got a $104,000 loan that they owe 123, and 715 is their matter. I've got my taxes, my insurance, my HOA fees, exactly what's going on. It's also given me a cash 365, which is exactly where we want to be. We want to be nice and low, and it even tells you they're 70% off the list price. I like to go even lower, but this is fine. Potentially, let's see, where are they at? So they're at 365 and they owe, so they have a lot of equity. But it gives you a breakdown right away. I take out the assignment fee because I don't want you guys to get too excited about what your assignment fee is. But if we can get that, we've got a deal. We've got $958 a month in revenue with the 23. So you didn't do any calculations. It's all done for you. Okay. I would say in general, Gilbert, Arizona is not the place to search for homes. This one's not bad. The other one's not bad. But again, I don't love it. So I would then go, and I'm going to take a cheater. This is my favorite place lately, and where I've been calling is Baltimore, Maryland. Okay. Same thing. But I want to show you how many deals we can get. See how it came up way faster? It's because other people are searching Baltimore. Okay, I'm applying filters. Here's my sneaky trick. I've just gone to the lowest price to the highest price. Okay, and so I'm going to go down here and go to 60. So it shows 60, and I'll go to page 2 or 3 because I know the area a little bit. And I know the first page is pretty much, first and second page are pretty much boarded up places. Okay, so ready for like volume. Let's start right here. 85, a $2,200 or $1,400. Excellent. It's well below so you would mark that. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for 1% of the purchase price is the rent. If the rent here was $850, I would still call on this, but it's not. It's $1,473. This one's boarded up. I'm not a fan of that. Some people are. Four in about seconds. Spending 5 minutes on just searching for it. I've got us 1, 2, 3, 9, 10 properties in about 30 seconds. Part is if I click out of Wholesale Atlas and I'll go and search something, or I forget what I'm doing and I go to another lead, those ones that I hearted are going to be saved for me on my dashboard. Okay, so there's my Gilbert, Arizona one. Here's the ones in where are they? Oh, there they. Well, where'd they go? So they're in probably too. So you can find them that way, and that's it keeps you organized, which is really nice. So that's the quick demo there. It's an excellent way to find stuff. It gives you places to call that most people aren't calling, like Denton, Texas. Like you just pop it in. This again is going to take a while because it's a small. Well, I lied. And so right away you can check by price, low to high, apply the filters, and see if they're what their rents are like. So this is 190 and it's a 1600, 190, 1600. Okay, so their rents are not that great. It's not a good area for their rents are all a little bit lower than what we like. Then the beauty is we're done. We don't have to stay there. Let's go to McKinney, Texas and see what that is. It's a super fast way to find out if you can call on. Okay, does that make sense? I'm going back into the chat. And tell me in the chat, what do you get? APP version. That search. I'm not familiar. Use this find TA leads. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be all types of properties. And so here's my rule: when you're gonna find out whether you're doing whatever, I really want you to call the realtor back after you don't have numbers on the fly for the first like 20, 30 of them. You're gonna be more 240 for $3,500. 300, it's close. I'd call on that. Again, 254, 2,300, it's close. I wouldn't call on that one. That seems high. 2,700, excellent. The Section 8 is good. Just an easier, quicker way of looking for these. Can you expect it to, I don't know. That's a good question. Let me check. So can you check your export to use with people search? What is people search? Is that a way to just get right to the buyer? Is that what you're thinking? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You can. I haven't done that right here. There's all your leads. Boom. She loves that. That's the, yeah. Or is that, I'm sorry. I said she and I'm not sure. I can't. I'm too old and I can't see, but I think it's a he. Sorry about that. Yeah, so you can even export your Excel sheet. Excellent. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Learning things every day. Okay, guys, any other questions about that? If you use my promo code Trent, can you export? It's hard to see. Oh yeah, and that's what we did. Sometimes I click on Zillow link to make sure they're not sold. I've noticed some have been sold and the listing expired. Here. Promo code's Trent, Trent, and it will get you 25% off the first month. So you're paying $60 instead of, I think PropStream's what, 120 now? I don't even know how much PropStream is. I know I pay for it, but it's only because I need it for the linked properties. What is the pricing on PropStream now? 81 for, oh, that's VO annually. So I guess I'm on Pro. So I'm paying 165 a month for it. So yeah, I mean, you're talking $100 off. It's $75 for Wholesale Atlas. But again, guys, I mean, if this is getting you on the phone, oh, is it only $100? Yeah, if this gets you on the phone, then I don't really care how much I'm spending. That $75 is nothing because you're getting on the phone, and that's the most important part of this. And so I really want you guys to like check it out, get on it, start using it. If you hate it, you only spent $60, you're done. Um, Haru, all right. Yeah, I'm blown away. Yeah, and what's really funny, you guys, is for the longest time, because I was doing it with you guys, somebody would send me a property and I would just search it. And it was like, I'm like, I'm not really that impressed with this. And then they're like, well, are you using lead gen? I even told them, I'm like, hey, when I first come on a Atlas, it pops up the property search for a lead gen. That's what usually pops up. And I'm like, I try to put in my address, it doesn't work. And so they're like, no, dummy, just pick a city and then do it. And so it's like, oh, that made a huge difference. And so this lead gen is what Buy Box Cartel is going to start charging for. I think their lightning leads, I don't know, it's like $50 or something like that. For 75, you're in. Also, the beauty, and this part's free, and it works right with it, is the atlas.com. Basically an eBay for properties, totally free. Sign up, you can get in there. Once you find a deal, you can post a deal. So you hit post a deal, and now you're putting in your deals. Okay, so there's a new submission, and well, I'm not signed in, so it's not going to let me do anything. But I'm telling you, this is the way that you're going to be able to sell your deals, and they don't charge you. This is just a networking or something. Well, now the cash offer progressive. So now you're right into, do they have a loan? Nope, no loans. And it also says it up here so you can see it really fast in green. You see how many days it's listed as well. So now let's go into deeper, the deal analysis. So this is what it's going to cost. They're figuring our loan, our closing cost, and I think that's based over 12 months. So because it's usually going to cost about $4,000 to get into it, with closing costs. Taxes, 37. Insurance, we got everything right here. So our PITI we know is $529 a month. Okay, with the normal rents and our operational expenses, which is vacancies, 10%, and management costs of 10%. That takes us down to our PITI of 529, telling us that we'll get a net revenue each month of 759. So it automatically puts in an assignment fee. I take it out just because I want to see the real numbers before, because again, assignment fees are decided by the buyer. And so when the buyer comes in, then we'll find out what the assignment fee is. Annual cash flow of almost 10 grand. And now here's based on a DSCR loan. The buyer is going to have to pay 20% down for a DSCR loan. We put in rehab costs of $1,000. The closing costs are right here. So this is not closing costs. This is debt service rate. I'm not sure what that is. I got to look into that. So the total entry fee right away we know is $13,000 to get into this place. To make $9,000 in the first year, not bad. So we love this deal. Like, it's great. We know we can sell that at 55. Okay, so now we got it locked up at 80. So let's see what it changed. Okay, Wholesale Atlas doesn't like it, but we still come down here. We're almost 650 positive. We're still at 42%. So kind of still a solid deal. But let's say we didn't want to do that. Now it's saying, hey, here's another way you can go: seller finance. So you click on seller finance. It does everything for you, and better than Buy Box Cartel. Buy Box Cartel would do like 200,000 here, an outrageous over asking. We're just doing what they're asking for because it's a great place to start. So we'll say, hey, we'll give you your asking price, because usually the asking price is about 10 or 15 grand over they can get. And we tell them per price as a down payment. So we're all 55 for their down payment. We're keeping a here's what to do on this, and it's the way I do things is rent. Give the seller 25% of the yeah, problem. Deal. How about I go to 20? Or they might even say, well, 0%. I'll give you. Now, my trick is I keep the down payment the same as I did for the first price, the 110. Okay, keep that the same, and I keep my payment. You want to keep this payment as low as possible and keep that the same if we can. Well, look at this. We're still at 119 because we didn't change this. And so you can change this all day long and it doesn't really change your bottom line on what you're making monthly. So that's kind of a trick. Anytime you want to go up on anything with them, always go up on the offer price. Okay? Does that make sense? I'm going to bring up the hold on. Okay, cool. Yeah, buybacks is they are. I don't know why they haven't changed. I've talked to them about it for a long time. Their numbers are just way too high. Are closing costs that low this purchase price? I've heard title companies have yeah, you know what, I figure $5,000. What did they say on the purchase price? I mean on the closing. So yeah, you can change it too. That's the cool part. If you think it's $5,000, so put this at like 3%. Let's go 5%. Yeah. So I mean, you can change your closing costs however you want to, which I agree with you. I think especially with seller finance, they might be more if you have to set up a trust and all that stuff. But still, we're at an 81. We're killing it. It's super great. I need to talk to somebody's personal business with you when I get off about this buyer, a developer, an investor. No, in Florida. Check your DMs. Okay, I'll check it. I'll check it out. Thanks, Lamar. I do the same. I take my assignment fee and yeah, guys, with the assignment fees, keep in mind everything you hear about assignment fees from Richard is marketing. He does that on TikTok to incentivize people to get on and to sign up for his $20 because he tells them they're going to make $30,000 on a deal. It's not real. I think most deals. I think if you're making $1,000 or $2,000 on your assignment fee, you're killing it. There's not many other jobs that you're making a phone call and potentially making the $2,000. If you do hit some kind of a gold rush and you get an amazing deal, they're out there. They're just not prevalent. He makes it sound like they happen every day. And so it's a little bit misleading, but that's marketing. I mean, he's trying to show the very, very best possible scenario. And so I get it. I mean, if he has one that backs it up, then it's totally like that's the deal. In fact, your deal is only worth what the buyer will pay. That is so true. The better the deal, the better the assignment fee. 100%. So guys, I mean, I realized I was thinking about it on the way in. Everything that I've purchased has been because of you guys. Students brought me deals and I bought them from them. I've paid assignment fees. Richard, I paid $10,000. So he got a $10,000 assignment fee. I think I overpaid, but I'm okay with it because it was a great deal. The funny thing about that one, and I always kind of tell you guys, I have the contract here. I was reading through the contract and I saw Grand and Taylor took 70% of the assignment fee. They took $7,000, and the student, a kid named Drew, he got $3,000. I'm like, what happened to the 60-40 split where the kid, where the student gets 60? So be really careful. All I'm saying, when you go through there, just make sure you read all the paperwork, make sure you're getting the correct assignment fee, because that was a little interesting, I'll say. I didn't so that was interesting to me. But what was my point? Where were we going? Assignment fees, we're talking but everything I've bought has been, so that was a $10,000 assignment fee to Richard. I did a $3,500 assignment fee for one that wasn't that great of a deal in the end, but it was when I was new. I think I paid a $1,500 one for one. So I've paid out assignment fees to you guys, and they've been reasonable. They haven't been the 40. Huh. Why is the media guy? Thanks, Matt. I didn't know. Somebody that works with you, you treat them better, but well, was and once you go 0% to the seller, and he said, no, no, no. And I'm like, give it a go. She was excited. And what we do a lot of times, guys, is we get inside the seller's head in our mind and think that we're going to stay. And I'm telling you, get on with the realtor and find out what the motivation is, because the motivation isn't always money. For this woman, she just wanted to be done with it. She moved, she got a better job, she was making way more money. She didn't really care about it. She didn't want to pay the rent anymore, and she didn't want to deal with the tenants that she had. So it was sick. I mean, she did great. It's from leads brought to him on his social media. So the guy gets leads. Huh. Okay, Matt. Thank you. That's good information. But still, I thought I brought him the lead. So that's where we're at. Okay, so let's go to Nick. Nick has got a deal going. And this one's going to be interesting, and we're going to try to run it. I talked to the guys. Hey, Nick, come on up. I talked to the guys at Atlas, and I said, hey, I love everything. Is there any way to get your calculator blank so we can just go in and use it? And he's like, oh, I didn't even think of that, because all this stuff is already pre-put in, right? So like on this one with Nick, hey, buddy, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing, Trent?
Good. Let's figure out what to do on your deal here. So we're gonna kind of blank out everything, and we're gonna fill in everything on this calculator, even though it's not the right property, with your numbers. So let me zero all these out. But I talked to the Atlas guys and I said, hey, can we just do a blank calculator? So if we want to, we can just come in and fill it out ourselves. And he's like, oh, let me look into it. So we're gonna go. Okay, so we got all zeros. Let's try it this way and see. This is obviously not your property because you have something way better. We can't talk at all about his property. He signed an disclosure agreement, which means like, hey, if you're gonna come look at our property, we don't want you to try to sell it to anybody else, or take the information that you're getting from us and share it with anybody else. And so Nick wants to make darn sure he doesn't do that. Okay, Nick, you're 18, 19? How old are you?
Yep, 18. Almost 19 now.
Nice. When's your birthday?
September 8th.
That's not almost. You're 18. You don't get the nod. You don't get the nod that fast. Okay, so what is the offer price that we ended up with?
2.6.
26000. Okay. Down payment? Now that's where things change.
So
we tried at 130, right?
Yep, we tried it at 5%.
Right.
I was thinking 10% plus the 3% that they get for their brokerage fee.
Okay. But they were asking 500, right? That's where they came out.
That's where they want it. I wanted to try the 500 first just to see where it would be.
Yeah, let's look at it and see what our deal is. Rehab costs, we've decided are zero, right? It's pretty turnkey.
Yep.
The rent, you got to give me, what was it, 17?
$24,000.
$24,000 in rent.
Yep.
Because it's 20, yeah, that's right. It's 24 properties. I'm going to put it here.
And that's on the low end.
Yeah, so we're underestimating, guys. This is really important. Always underestimate on all this stuff. Okay, now monthly cost. What is property tax? I thought it was 18 a month.
Hang on.
Do we know?
940.
Also, another thing with rehab costs, guys, in my eyes, that's where you hide your assignment fee if you want to. You know what I mean? Okay, so here. Let's go 2.7, see what happens. Okay, this is what's great about this calculator is it's so much easier than the other one because I screw up the other one. I don't know if you go
I
ahead.
don't know, but with going 2.7, the MLS value was 2.7.
Okay, but keep in mind what's going on. We're going 2.7 over 10 years, right? So this is seller finance. And so in 10 years, I bet this place is going to be worth more than that. Cash on cash is going to be.
Around that one or higher.
So 49. So what we're going to do, yeah, we know you. And then I go up from my 26 to 2. $1,000 that I'm giving you extra.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go 6.5 here. 2.65. Okay. That we can do.
Yeah.
That's not what's your concern.
I'm just trying to calculate the brokerage fee into that as well.
Oh, the brokerage fee is going to be part. No, that you don't have to calculate that. That's up to them. That's part of their down payment.
Okay.
Okay. So they pay the brokerage out of this down payment, that 87,000.
Yeah. Or 78.
That's on them. 78.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the 2.6. Yeah.
Okay. So we're saying like, hey, you pay your guy. This is the best we can do. I would say 2.650 and 230. That's the best we can do. And just tell them that's our very, very best. We're putting it right, we're getting you so close to what you want. Play hardball with them. But dude, we can do something with this. And even a simple $5,000 assignment fee is not going to kill the deal. Okay.
Yeah.
So Again, I don't decide.
Can you put the
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn my camera off just so. Can you put the number back in at the 500,000 so I can take a picture of those terms
Sure.
versus the terms we have now?
Yeah. So here's the 500,000. 500,000 is down payment, and we were at
2.6.
2.6. Okay.
And then go to the cash on cash.
$15,000 in rehab. Okay. So if we don't waste that, we're in a good place. Interest rate 0%. Okay. So what do you want? What picture do you want?
The cash on cash return.
23.
23.
Still sellable, just not easy.
And then put it at 265 with 230. Back to what we had it.
Golly, why does that 265 and 230.
230, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, coming down. Here's your cash on cash. You want me to? Okay, did I even show you this? I don't think. Why am I being stupid? How about this?
Oh, the generate email. So it's basically a buy box, but better.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, keep in mind, I mean, he came from. I'm gonna send this to you in your DMs, okay, buddy? I'll make it easy. And I'll do the other one too. I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. They make it so easy. Keep in mind, he came from Hold My Hand Wholesale. What happens in life, guys, is you do these things. You know, I joined a year ago, but and being kicked out for me, I'm okay with it. And are we 2.5? No, we're at 2.6 with the 500,000, right? That was the other one.
That's what he wants.
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's I'll just generate. So when you hit generate an email, it just gives you the new one. So I'll send you this one too.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, just make sure you copy and paste and change stuff in there.
Yeah.
So those are your numbers. No, but what I was saying is what happens in life and where somebody becomes successful is I came in a year ago and watched and learned and got it, but I also saw easier and better ways of doing things. And so, I mean, in the end, the whole thing with Hold My Hand Wholesale is great education. I just found using their base, I just did something simpler because that's where I was frustrated. I was like, wait a minute, this is too much stuff. That calculator, I mean, that offer oven calculator is ridiculous, and I would screw it up every single time because I'm terrible with Excel. And if you're a moron, which I feel like 95% of us are morons, and I'm including myself in that, you want it just simple. And so I'm trying to make it so it's simple.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick, you've got your marching orders. Like, get out there. Let's see what we can do. I mean, I think
I think this is completely doable.
I feel really comfortable with this. I think, but be tough. Don't let him get what he wants.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where I really want you to be a little bit, channel me and be a little bit mean. And just be like, God,
what's the highest I can go up to?
We're not going to worry about it. We're going to let them decide. They're going to try to counter offer. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, you know what? We've decided to walk.
At that 230.
Yeah. And when they want to counter offer, they'll come down a little bit. People they always forget in a negotiation that I can too. I don't always have to meet them in the middle. I don't have to always, I can say, you know what? We got more information and we're going to go back down to our original price. And so if that's not good enough for you, just let us know and walk away. I don't know have you ever bought a car on a car lot with a car salesman?
Yeah.
Okay. So the worst thing you can do in that situation is like, oh, I love the color of this car. Oh, it's so great. That salesman's like, handled. I got this one. But if you come in and you're like, yeah, it's not what I want by any stretch. It works within what I'm thinking, but I don't really like it because of the color, you know. And they're like, well, we can. I've got to, what can you try to make it so there's a reason for them to come down on the price, and then you walk away, and you get in your car and you drive away, and they know exactly where they can intercept you, and they'll run out and stop you. They'll be like, "Bro, wait, we were so close." And it's like, "Yeah, but, you weren't doing what I wanted. This is what we got."
Realistic, yeah.
That's
Realistically, though, is that 24% cash on cash still?
okay. It's okay. It's because we're talking a pretty big building. I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
good
what I
because
want
we're
to know. Like on something like this, where do I need to be?
well, I mean, it's a huge down payment, so a lot of people don't want to do that much of a down payment on it. On you guys. And he sent me the other day, he sent me a picture and he's like, "Hey, we noticed that the dishwasher wasn't drying, and so we bought a new one and put it in." After he's sold. I mean, we're done. Like he's just basically renting. And so I was like, "Okay, yeah, those 6 days of rent, don't worry about it. You're all good." I'm friendly with everybody that I've done these with. It's not a contentious relationship. It's not I screwed them and I got their, it's a really nice transaction. I like that a lot.
Right. Okay. I have 2 addresses. I just sent you both of them in your DMs. I don't know if you have them.
Okay, let me see. Okay, let's see.
So the first one I sent you, they're asking, I think they're asking 260 with the O200. Yo, where did Trent go, guys? Trent just left me the leader of this group right now. I don't think I'm there yet, but yeah, we lost Trent. Basically, the property I sent him, they're asking 200, but they owe 260. Or sorry, they owe 200, but they're asking 260. Yeah. So, anyways, I was gonna call on this property, and then there's another one, but I wanted to hear Trent's feedback, guys. I understand this stuff pretty well, but just not the back end.
No, I don't know where I went there. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I don't know where you went to.
So weird. I like that
I
you
was
took
like,
over.
hey, he just let me take over the class first time. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird because I was looking at a. Okay, all right. Let me get my camera up. Rick, I'm a mess. Okay, yeah. Let me find you. Yeah, I don't know, Marilyn. I went to your message and then I lost everything. Okay, let's see. I like it when I just turn brain dead. Okay, I see your. Oh, I need to add you as a friend, I guess. Let me see. Send it again. Let's see it.
Yes, I got you.
I just sent you a HEI. I don't know what HEI means, but that's what I sent you.
Oh, I think I sent it to the wrong person.
Okay, I think you did too. I don't have it here.
Dude, I'm so sorry. There's so many impersonators.
No. You got a TKO as Marilyn too. She probably is the one that got it.
Okay. I just sent it to you. Let me know.
Okay.
There's 2 addresses in one message.
Perfect. Got it. Okay, sorry about that.
No
and
worries.
Atlanta, we're going to Atlanta. Okay, so is this the tell me what we're doing on these? Am I sharing?
Yeah, so the first address they owe 200 and they're asking 260, I believe.
Okay, cool. I really, a lot of people look at something like that and they're like, oh, they expect 60 grand. I look at it as, hey, I can get $60,000 in equity. And so I offer nothing to them. And I say, hey, I can take the way it's all the way you package it to people. Because again, we're looking for the motivation. Have you talked to them?
No, so I basically found the addresses and so I had a one-on-one with Garrett, and so I learned how to do it. I found the addresses, and then I was gonna call right now.
Okay.
But I saw you using Deal Atlas, so I was like, let me just talk to Trent.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get you calling. Number one.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of Wholesale Atlas. And Garrett and the Hold My Hand wholesale guys will not show you Wholesale Atlas because they think it's competition. So let's get you on the phone with these guys. Let's get you calling these guys. So let's look at it real quick. They're 260. Their loan is 200 is their balance. They got a 3.31. Okay. So and they pay. I'm going to bring up. I'm going to share not the address. I'm going to just share the numbers real quick.
Yeah,
so everybody can see what I'm talking about. Because this one's it's a situation where they do have equity, but again, we've got to find their motivation. Their motivation might be time. Like we got to get out of here. We got to be there by June 15th or whatever it is. Okay, right. So here we go. This is the house we're talking about, guys. The very first thing I like to do in these situations before I make the phone call is just do a little once over, just check out the house. This one's nice. Doesn't look like I would call it turnkey. It's not horrible. I like to try to find reasons to lowball people. Often I say the floors, these floors are fine. Often I say the bathrooms need to be revamped. These are fine. They're making it hard. But here's where I do my dirty business is in the backyards. And so I say, oh, it looks like, it's a pretty big backyard. That's gonna be about $10,000 in sod that I'm gonna have to put down to create an actual, granted, this could be wintertime and that could be bullcrap, okay? Because you look at the trees and they don't have any. So, but that's what I use as my, and it's got an ADU, or is that just the back door? No, that's probably just back door. The other thing I can do is kind of beat up this cement back here. Like, hey, it looks like, that needs to be taken out or at least repoured or, whatever. Again,
Right.
between you and me, doesn't need it at all. Front yard, same gag. I'd be like, yeah, it looks like it might need some love in the front. Otherwise, nice house. Okay, so with that being said, that makes it easier to go with a subject to. Okay. And
Okay.
they call it subject to in here, and I'm trying to get them to change that to trust acquisition because we don't do subject tos. That's
Right.
and it's become kind of a. In fact, I'm going to tell them right now. That's become kind of like just a shortcut word, but it's completely counterintuitive because it is 100% not what we do.
Right.
We do.
We do trust acquisition method, right?
Right. Yeah, we are avoiding sub two. That's why I
Right.
hate that it's in here.
Because the due and sale clause can be called and a bunch of other messy things, right? Yeah.
You have to qualify. You have to, the bank runs the show.
Yeah. And the whole point is to go around the bank.
Yep. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so now we'll go into the subject two. Here's what I do. We're seeing their balance is 200, right? If you go
Right.
here and offer $1, it puts that price in there for you. Okay. what they're big for sure. But I want you to get the how many calls have you made to realtors in general?
I've only made a couple, I've only made a couple, honestly, only on cash, and I kind of
Okay.
see how, that's kind of like how Richard says you got to do 100 of those. I kind of see, so then I was like, let me just learn these methods over here that are a little bit better.
Well, and
So
you already talked to a group leader over there, and what did he charge you for the one-on-one?
Yeah, Garrett charged me 150, and he says when we do a deal together, he'll just return it to me. Yeah,
$150
yeah, that's what
for
he's
how?
charging
You on all day?
for an hour.
He's $150 an hour.
Yeah, that's what he's charging everyone over there right now.
Holy crap! Okay, well, we know his motivation. Okay,
That's why
cool.
I joined Tommy's community, and it's free, and so I actually got to talk to Tommy because his community's free and stuff. So I actually got a lesson from Tommy for free that was kind of like a little bit better than Garrett's, because Garrett was kind of like, he was just like, he was messed up, and he was like, dude, I'm sorry, I'm so tired, and I'm like, dude, honestly, I don't understand what you're saying because you're fucked up right now.
Oh
Excuse
shoot!
my language, but I was just like,
No.
man. So
Oh,
yeah,
shoot. Okay. Well, I hate hearing that. I'm sorry you got ripped off. That sucks.
it is what it is. I saw it as, hey, I got his phone number. If I need something, I could reach out to him. He's been responsive, but I mean, yeah, that's what I kind of got out of it.
Well, you're here now. I got you. We're gonna the way I feel is like, hey, if we JV on these things and you make money, then I'll make money too because I helped you out. It's that simple.
Right.
So my JV, just so you guys understand, is 30% you, 30% me, and 40% for whoever finds the buyer. And so that incentivizes you guys to go out on Facebook and try to figure out how to find buyers, because Hold My Hand Wholesale will not teach you how to find buyers. That's not part of their curriculum. It's because that's where their money's being made, and apparently in doing like, that makes me so frustrated. I guess I'm just not that hard up for money that I need to charge students that are trying to figure this out $150.
You're an OG in the game.
Well, I'm not though. That's what's so funny is I've been here a year, guys. I mean, this is a year's worth of, but I became obsessed. And so that's the difference. I've had several companies. I know how to run a company, and this is just rinse and repeat for me, but I love it. It's really fun, and I want to help you guys out. And what I get out of this is watching you sweat calling a realtor. Makes me happy.
Oh, dude, I'm literally shitting balls. I didn't know you were gonna make me do this right now. I was expecting to do this off camera, like by myself, just talk to you real quick.
No, because that's the whole point of this. First of all, I want it to be fun. Okay. I don't want it to be stressful. I don't want to be any of that. I want you guys to have fun with this. Okay. This is all about having fun. You can be whoever you want with these realtors. They don't know you. So just have fun with it. Okay. So I need you to turn off your noise suppression, because otherwise I won't be able to hear your phone. And so over by where your name is, there's video and screen. Right above screen is like these 5 vertical lines. Just click on that, and then you can turn it on. But this is the fun part, come on. Like, let's have fun with this, Isaiah.
Oh.
Did you figure it out? Did you find noise suppression? Your eyes are everywhere, so I'm thinking no. I'm calling.
Yeah, so wait, where do I go right now?
Okay, so do you see where it says video and screen? The green buttons down there? On to the left, down at the bottom. Oh, there we go. And then right above it, there's 5 lines. It'll say noise suppression. I just need you to turn that off so I can hear your phone.
Enable Chris noise. Okay, I think it's on.
So disable it. So you want it to be
You want the line through the 5 lines.
Yeah, line through
Okay.
the 5 lines. You got it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Toggle it to the left. Okay,
All
cool. Again, let me coach you real quick just for getting on the phone.
Yes.
No numbers on this first call. 100% just trying to find out motivation. You know how to do that. So this shouldn't be nerve-wracking because you know how to chat with somebody. When you chat with them, again, I keep this up, and I like to look through the place and be like, oh man, they, okay. So another way that I can say that things need to be changed is like, I'm like, oh, it's really nice. We just need to probably paint the accent paint that they did that nasty blue. Whatever, we don't, but
Right.
we got to find reasons to spend money and say that their house isn't worth as much as they think it is. But again, you're just going to call, super friendly. They might say, "Are you a wholesaler?" And you're like, the greatest answer to that is, "What's a wholesaler?" Okay. And so they're like, "Oh." And we did it one time. One of the students is like, "Oh, this lady she hung up on me. She said, Are you doing wholesaling, or are you what was hers was a little bit different. Or are you going to offer me seller finance?" And he's like, and I said, yes. And she just hung up on me. I'm like, "Give me the number." And I called back, and it's the same strategy. She's like, "Are you doing seller finance?" And I'm like, "If I knew what that was, is that something I should be doing?" And she's like, "Oh, good. Well, let's talk. What's going on?" They have their ways of getting rid of wholesalers. You're definitely a wholesaler. No need to announce it, but you can also just play dumb. So anything that she says that you don't understand, say, "I'm sorry, I'm so new at this. Can you explain to me what that means?" Not a problem. That's the best. That builds credibility with you, believe it or not. Everybody thinks that we have to say big words, but what happens is we tend to use big words in the wrong place when we're trying to be, have some credibility, and then you sound like a moron.
Right.
Okay. So it's like interviewing an athlete. Have you ever listened to athletes use big words in interviews that made no sense at all?
Not really.
It's my life. That's what I do for a living. Is I work for ESPN and ABC Sports, and so we'll interview athletes, and they start talking, and you're just like, I have no idea where you're going with this, but they're just like the apothecary of and you're like, nope, that's not the word. Okay, so call and have fun. That's all I'm saying. You got the number and everything. You're good.
Yeah, on Zillow, Andrea Culpepper.
Culpepper.
Yeah, and then
even,
it has her
another
number
game,
right there.
Yeah, another game that we play is like, oh, my mom's name's Andrea. It might not be. Like that's just, and you can even say, wow, you kept Culpepper, but took on, when you got married. You can play with anything. Also, read this too, because this is going to give you any kind of, anything you want to know.
Yeah, so I don't have Atlas yet. I used my whole free trial of PropStream yet, but then someone told me about Atlas, and I basically came on here to see you use it. And honestly, I think I'm liking it for sure a lot more.
Oh my gosh, you haven't seen anything yet. I'm serious. Like, this is nothing. The lead gen is what's ridiculous. So, okay, let's get you calling. But again, what's cool is I can put that and I can view it on Zillow right away too.
Yeah.
So there's a button. So it's all the Zillow information is what you're looking at. Okay. There's 112 days on market too. That's something to say, like, hey, I don't know much about this. I'm new. But when something's 12 days on Zillow, what's that mean? You know what it means, but just let them tell you.
Yeah.
And if she gets to talking, let her talk. Okay. Don't ever cut her off. Don't ever cut her off to tell her something you know. Okay, look at this. This is another thing. There's been price changes since there's a bunch of them. So 214, they were 294. Then they went to 285, 275, 270, 260. Okay. So
they've been dropping it
in 4 days, like in a month. They're on fire. They're hungry to sell. They're trying to find their magic spot. So you don't have to say that you know that. That's part of the motivation. So, hey, what's going on with this? What, it's on for 112 days. I don't know if that's normal, or, I'm new to this business. You can say you just came into some money and you want to be a new investor, whatever you want to be. Who you are doesn't matter as much as what their motivation is.
Okay. So, when she answers, I'm gonna say like, hey, this is or how, my opening, I'm just gonna be like, hey, is this the listing agent of 123
Yes.
Sesame Street?
Yeah, just hey, I'm calling about and whatever the address is. What can you tell me about this property that Zillow doesn't tell me? How's that?
Yeah, no,
and
that's
if you
solid.
want to, you can use my mom's name's Andrea. And
Honestly, my sister's name's Andrea, so I'm gonna use that one.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it is, and she's my favorite sister. It's like one of my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, do you see how we're already building rapport just about your sister?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you can be like, hey, are you an Andrea or an Andrea? Like, you can play. All these things are reasons to just chat and you get to know each other.
Right.
That's perfect. Is your sister hot? No, I'm kidding. That's
so, she's underage, Trent. Okay.
Never mind. I'm pretty sure everybody's underage for me. That was totally a joke. Okay.
Oh man. She's just going. Okay.
Keep that attitude and get in there.
All right.
All right. Give her a call.
All right. I'm gonna put on speaker right now.
No, and I'm going to hell. So that's great. Hey guys, join us if you want to. In the link in my bio, you can just join into my Discord for free.
Hey, Andrea. Hey, Andrea. Sorry about that. My sister's name goes by Andrea. I'm just calling about the listing 1322 Lorenzo Drive in Atlanta. You're the listing agent for that, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I know. I really like this property. I see it's 112 days on Zillow. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Like what Zillow can't tell me?
I mean, it's just a cute little cottage house. The primary is a little smaller than what you would typically see. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah, I see here, you guys have been on market for 112 days. Why do you think you guys haven't sold this one yet?
The primary.
Say that one more time.
Are you an agent
or? Yeah, I'm actually a real estate investor. I'm partnered with another real estate investor, kind of taking me under his wing. So I kind of like this property, and so I'm just calling because, I'm interested in this one. But I'm just kind of curious, is there anything that I can't see from the photos that's going on with the property? Just wanted to uncover, see like why you guys have been on market for so long.
Yeah. No, other than the primary.
Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense here. Well, we were interested in getting this one done. We're kind of thinking of, we wanted to take over the debt, but not a sub-2 method, a different method. I was just kind of calling to see if you'd be interested, or if your seller would be interested in something like that. We'd like to get this one done.
No, I don't think they're interested in creative financing. They want to be completely removed from the property.
Yeah, no, we basically were, we wanted to take this over. There's a bunch of different ways to take over debt, but we wanted to take this over via a trust acquisition method.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I still would leave him tied to the property, and he wants to be completely removed.
It would still leave him tied to the property. Yeah, we would actually become kind of like partners. So, we could add like a clause in there where if we default on 60 days or more, you would get all the payments we made to you, and then you'd get the property back. Your client's able to get into that next property as well. And so it kind of benefits all of us. But my partner is able to explain more of the logistics around that. I'm kind of new to this, but yeah, we really like this one. So my partner can kind of talk to you a little bit more if you'd be willing to hear a little bit more about it. He can kind of explain to you.
We've already been approached with this, and I do create a finance myself, so they're familiar with how it works. So it's like that's my and he wants to be completely done with property. So,
Okay, that makes sense.
and
Why
later,
are they selling?
it'll be different.
Okay, that makes sense, Andrea. Why is your client selling this property in the first place?
In the middle of lunch, and I was really courteous to give you these minutes, so I'm gonna get my time back now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I hate to call you during your lunch break. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Thanks for taking the time out of your day and answering that phone call, though. She hung up on me.
Okay, so here's the thing. Don't offer anything on the first call. The only thing we want to do there is find out why they're selling. Okay.
I got nervous.
No, you got nervous and you went into I'm trying to tell you my credibility, right?
Yeah.
We didn't go into the first of all, she said what the problem is with the house, why it's not selling. What's the reason?
Dude, I just choked up. I got so nervous, bro. I have no idea.
He said, "Oh, it's because of the primary."
Well, I don't know what that means.
Boom. That's all you do is you go, "I'm sorry, what's that mean?" Okay.
Man, you're right. I totally did what you said not to do.
Exactly. No, you went right into credibility, and it's fine. It's totally fine. That's why I want you to get on the phone is I want you to screw up and I want you to see why and then go next time you won't do that. You just won't. But you have to go through it. You have to be sweating. You have to get like anxious. You got to get all that and you got to get it out. You did excellent. I'm totally good with this. Like totally good. She's a brat. What she would mean, I'm pretty sure, is that the primary, the master bedroom, they can't call it a master bedroom anymore because it's not politically correct because master bedroom was from the slave days. I don't know if you knew this.
No, I didn't.
So now they call it the primary. Okay. They don't call it the master bedroom. So what she's saying is the reason it's not selling is because the primary is small.
Oh.
Okay. So what it looks like, even in the pictures, it looks like the primary bedroom is what she was talking about is off to the side, and I don't even think it has its own bathroom attached. It doesn't seem like it. So that's what her problem is. So now we know her problem, which is huge. Like that's a good one to know. Like we need to know what their issues are. Okay. And so I think that's her issue. She's like, yeah. And she was poo-pooing it as being small anyhow. Like, so that's something we go back to. We're like, well, it is small and the price is a little high for how small it is. Do you see how she's giving you things that you can use against her?
Right. Like ammunition.
It's ammo. It's completely ammo. And so, so this is something, I would move on from this. She knows what a trust acquisition is. She knows everything. She doesn't want it. We're good with it. It's fine. There's 12 million properties out there. You can find another one for sure. But this is why I want you to get on the phone. You did excellent because you learned, okay? And because you got to a new level. Next time somebody asks you a question that you don't know what she's talking about, instead of being nervous, you're going to be like, hey, I'm a moron. What is that? What do you mean the primary is? What the problem with the primary? Tell me what that means.
You're right.
Okay. Then it gives her something to talk about.
Right, because then she was just hearing me try to
You were telling her about the property. She wasn't telling you about the property.
Yeah.
It's fine. I want you to make that mistake. You killed it. I'm super excited for you. Because
I'm honestly happy you made me do this. I'm happy. Like this is what I wanted, low-key.
Good.
Low-key, I come in here, I wanted you to do this, but I just was like, I don't really know what Trent's gonna give me.
I will do that all day long because it's the thing that I've been in so many situations that were nerve-wracking, but you push through. And fear isn't a real thing. There's no tangible fear. You can't pick up fear. It's in your brain. And so once you get a good relationship with fear and enjoy it, that's why you've got the Travis Pastranas who, will go and do rally cars. That's why you have guys that jump off and do squirrel suits. They've got a good relationship with fear.
Right.
They know that on the other side of fear is fun for them. And so that's what we need to do. We need to make it get through that fear because it's real. We all have it. Anybody that says they don't have it is lying to you. Get past that fear. Enjoy that fear. Make that's what the reason that you're calling. Like, be afraid. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And now you're not going to make the same mistake. If they say anything, you're going to be like overly this next time. They're going to be like, yeah, those are, Pergo floors. And you're like, what's Pergo? What the heck? What are you talking about? No. So you're going to do, the next one's going to be amazing. I'm psyched.
No, I'm stoked for the next one too. I kind of like got the little jitters out, but I did choke up in that. I like that. I like that first rep.
You did choke up. I'm glad you did, because now you know what not to do. You know what I mean?
No,
She
it's
was
funny
mean.
because when you were explaining it to me before, I was like, okay, but then after like doing it and then I did exactly what you said not to, I was like, oh damn. Like,
You can't explain it. You cannot. You have to experience it.
yeah.
So call Garrett and get your $150 back, because he didn't teach you anything. You know what I mean?
No.
Tell him
Honestly, yeah.
I'm fine with it, because it's a situation where you've got to do it. That's the only way to teach.
Yeah.
If I told you all the dynamics and what you need to do and the physics behind riding a bike, would you ever have figured out how to ride a bike?
No, honestly, no. That's
gotta
that's
skin
definitely not.
You got to skin
No,
your
you're
knee,
so
you gotta-
right though, because Garrett taught me how to do it. And even, I mean, no matter what, like I learned more through this than even like, well, I mean, Thomas kind of showed me, reran the Garrett lesson for free. And then I went and just found the property, but still like I learned a lot more through this than actually like learning how to find the property is valuable, but actually doing the call is way more valuable.
Everything. It's everything. And then I'm going to blow your mind with Wholesale Atlas. Wholesale Atlas, we will get you 15 properties in 30 seconds to call on. Like, you're not going to go through any of the Zillow and PropStream and how much do they owe and any of it. You're going to look at a property. I'm going to show you real quick. Sorry, guys. I know we just did a demo, but this is just too appropriate. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to go lead gen. Where were you? What was that area that we were in?
Atlanta.
Oh, it was Atlanta. Okay.
Yes.
I like the way you say it. Atlanta.
I've been listening to too much rap, honestly.
I think if you're listening to any rap, it's too much rap. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go. Here's the way we do it. So when you get the Wholesale Atlas, you go right to lead generator. Okay, lead gen up here. Yeah. Unbelievable. We just went into Atlanta. 2,900 properties for you to look at. Okay, let's pare them down. Let's go price, low to high, apply the filters. Okay. What's going to happen is your first houses, first of all, they'll do this where they say it's $1. It isn't $1. They're just trying to be the first on the list. We're going to go through these and we're going to look, and even here, I mean, this is an apartment, but that's okay. We can cut our teeth on apartments. $53,000. My 1% rule is that needs to be $539 a month as a rent to even call on. Boom, it's more than that. It's $1,400. It's almost 3 times what we need it to be. Okay, so I would take that, and what's cool is I would just heart it and say, "Yep, that's what I'm going to call on." This
and
one,
then that one you did. Sorry, I hate to cut you off. That one you just liked. It says 100% equity. So would that be like seller finance or?
Look at it. It even tells you up in that right hand corner.
Oh, yeah, that's right there. Oh man, this is so much easier.
That's so sweet. And you've got your equity is 100%. It means that they own it outright, and so you kind of know what you're going to do here. But you don't. You don't know. When are you going to know what you're going to do?
After you call, you uncover motivation.
Boom, boom. You're learning. Trash. I don't care. I'm not going to go for that. This one's 69. It's a 4-bedroom. Okay, it's giving me all the information I need here. It's 1,400 square feet. Pretty nice. Normal, 1,700. They're selling it for 69. It's one to look at. Okay, so we don't know if it's trashed or something, but maybe it could be. This looks like it's just a lot. I don't think that's anything. Okay, here we go. Sweet little house. I have got a bug on me or something. Sweet little house. Now, here's a cool one. This is negative equity, but a great interest rate. Okay, what would that be? What would that be?
Trust acquisition.
Exactly. So, and they're negative equity. This is something that you might come in and check you out and see, okay, that's another one to call. Okay. How long did it take you to find the one we just called on?
It took me, I had to use PropStream. I had to flick back and forth. It didn't take me, it took me way longer than this for sure.
Right. Well, and I
Especially
just got
still
you
learning how to use everything and go back and forth. And
Yeah.
there's more
we're at-
buttons to click on PropStream. You got to drop down the menu and
So here we go. I mean, we got 3 so far. 75,000. Another, these are probably all apartments. 1,600. Yes, please. So I'm going to heart these. Everything that I like, I heart. 75,000. Normal rent is 2,000 a month. Yes, please. Seller finance possibility. Here's another one. 75, 1,900 a month. Regular rent, 2,500. Yes, please. Do you see what's happening here?
oh man, you just have a whole pipeline of leads now to call.
Yeah, here's another one. We don't know what it is. This is a great one to call and ask out what their motivation is. What do they owe? What's going on? But what's so cool is it's organized in a way that you know that everything, you just have to look at rents at this point because you know everything's around 75,000, right?
Right.
And so you go to the next one. You know those are all 75,000. So 1920, 1920. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so right there, I got you over 10, 11 properties in 30 seconds, okay? To call on. Because all we want to do is call. Calling is everything. That's all we need to do. So you'll just start at the top and you'll start calling them. Okay, but you are an idiot and you just clicked out of Atlas accidentally. Where are all your leads? Idiot, why'd you do that? Dummy. Okay. But luckily, we know that if you go back in, because that's my biggest problem is I always lose my leads.
Right. Or I have to like write them on a piece of paper and be like, just keep them somewhere.
Right. Hello, sweet dashboard. I go to my dashboard and here's all my properties. There's Atlanta.
Oh, dude, I'm sold on this already. I think I'm going to sign up today.
Yeah, those are all the ones I have in Atlanta. So I've been doing a lot of these demos. So I got to get rid of them, the ones. But even better is you go in and you call them. And there's this little spot right here where you say, okay, so now we know we called on that. We hit save, and we know that Andrea was eating lunch. Andrea, okay, whatever. Right? And so we go back to our dashboard, and we're like, oh, yeah, I think I called on this one. Well, let me see. Oh, yeah. And you just hover over your notes, and it tells you, Andrea's eating lunch. You can put as much as you want in there. You can put in, talked about this, we tried this. They said yes at this price. They said no at this, whatever it is. Keep all your notes here. You've got a journal of everything that you're doing.
Right.
So
right.
simple.
Oh, that's sweet. It's literally all in one area. It's diligent.
Man. Yeah.
Do they have like phone numbers in there too?
Oh my gosh. Please. Please.
Oh, sweet.
And the best thing of everything, let's say you end up doing a cash deal. Okay. They gives you the cash deal offer price. I go 50% of the asking price. This is 75. So I'm really, I like going low. They're awesome. They go 60%. They don't do 70%. Okay. But everybody else does 70%. I think that's terrible because you can't sell it. That's the problem. So I go 50% to start, but it gives you everything. It tells you, here's what we're going to suggest. This is what you should pay. And boom, that's what the 77. I take this out because you don't know until the buyer, but it tells you exactly what's going on. You get your COC. Even better, if you want to keep that, you can say, here's what the offer was that I'm going to send over to them, right? That's the whole offer. We copy it. We paste it into here. So we know what offer we sent them. And we save it.
Oh, that's sweet.
So the next time you're in the dashboard, you can be like, oh, I think I got rid of it already. But you can go into that thing and see what offer you sent. And when
you like hover over and your notes will pop up like you did. Yeah.
I just realized I started deleting these because I have too many of them. So it ruins it ruins the whole deal. But yeah, so it's a place to get your notes, and you put in the notes, you say what you talked to them about, what their motivation was, and put a date. Like, hey, I'm going to call them back on this date at 7:30. You're going to call them on Tuesday, and then go and say, hey Siri, do me a favor, set an alarm. I'm going to call this address on this date, and then Siri's going to remind you. So it's all about staying organized. It's all about just getting this thing done, and this makes it simple.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna have to use this for sure. This makes everything so much easier.
Well, and that's the whole point. I want this to be easy, and I want it to be fun. If you're doing something that's easy and fun, you're set. You're the richest person in the room because you are not working for a living. You're having
Right.
fun every single day. My real life, I worked with I was in television production, and every single day it was a blast. We would go to whatever event was the most popular event at the time. That's where we were, and we were on the inside track. I loved every second of it, and I feel the same way about this. You can have as much fun.
How long have you been doing this for?
Just a year. I
That's
started
it?
Yeah, about 5 properties in this last year.
I know I've been a part of the community when you were still at home, so I saw you get active. I thought you've been in the game for a while. Oh my God.
No, a year, and you can do it fast. And the cool thing is, I've got I met a guy the day before yesterday, who was at Zillow when it started, and he wants to come on and help. And he is, as far as salesmen go, like he's a salesman like nobody's business. He wants to teach you guys sales techniques, and so making these phone calls, he's going to give you even more techniques. And one of his techniques was he would accidentally call a competitor and make the offer that he wanted that guy to, but say it was for the other guy. Does that make sense? So he'd be like, hey, I got this. Hey, John, I got this great deal. It's, I'm going to give you 50% off. Well, oh, wow, I didn't realize it was you. It's like, what's the deal? You're offering the other guy. And then he would deal to him. It's brilliant. But that's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to get clever and be the guy that asks questions. What's a primary? You could get into a whole talk about why it's not called a master. Whatever.
Right.
Let them guide. You'll be fine. This next one, you're going to be above.
I'm trying to get one locked down. Now that I got the one out of the way, now I'm just ready to get the reps, honestly.
You're going to do so great.
Yeah.
Right? You just did it. Like you jumped off the mountain and you're good to go. You didn't die.
Yeah, I had those addresses that since Monday too, and I've just been sitting on it.
We all do it. You're not unique. We all in our head, and that's where I feel like the calculator in Hold My Hand Wholesale is such a time suck. And everybody feels like, well, I ran 25 different properties and I did all the calculations. you haven't heard a thing I've said. Like I want you on the phones. I'm here to help you after the fact. You can DM me 24/7. I'm going to respond. I really enjoy this. This is what I like doing. I am making my money by buying your deals too. So I'm selfish in that regard because you guys are bringing me some deals that are awesome. So heck yeah, that's where I'll make my own money. I don't need to take money from you guys to make money. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense. You make money from actually doing the thing.
Well, yeah, from buying places. I mean, I'm my whole plan, everything I'm doing in this is selfless because the only reason I'm buying these is I want 100 properties before I'm dead that I can leave to my kids, that all cash flow, that are, I've got a whole other program that I use that is going to make them all automated, and they just get a check every month, and they're housing people and they're helping people out, like giving them a place to live. I think it's important.
No, it's huge. It's definitely huge. Hey, you have kids? How many kids you got?
I've got 3 kids. I've got 28, 26, and 23.
Okay.
They're awesome.
I'm trying to have some. I'm trying to start a family, so that's why I'm trying to get my career going. But
do it. You cannot. There's never a good time. Let me tell you that, to start having kids. Have them, and everything will work out. You'll be awesome. And this is for them. This is called generational wealth. That's the whole point. I will never ever sell any of these homes because they will forever make money. And so why would you sell them? If you want money out of them, the beauty, and this is what rich people do, is you take a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. You take out the money if it's 6%. $60. Even if you don't have it, do it.
I got $60. I just got paid today for my part-time, so we're rocking. I'm an assistant manager at In-N-Out Burger. Yeah, so it's like an hour.
Gilroy?
Yeah, south of San Francisco, an hour and a half.
Sure, I know that. Yeah, you're up in the Salad Bowl.
Yes, I am. Are you in California or no?
I'm in Newport Beach, so I'm on the good side of California.
Yes,
yeah, you're heading toward. Yeah, you're heading towards the bad part of California.
No, trust me, I know.
Hey, do everything you can to advance at In-N-Out as well. They are an excellent company. They treat you really good, and they pay a ton for people that are managers and up. I'm huge fan of In-N-Out.
Yeah, they do. Right now I'm an assistant, and I'm like, while I'm still kind of getting this rolling, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna be a manager because I mean they pay really well, and then I could just use that to help this and just. So I was in my head kind of at first, like kind of just. I'm 28. I already went to college, so I was like, I worked there for the past 10 years through college, right when I got out of high school. So I'm. I want to get to that next level, but I was just had this stigma of like, man, I still got to.
There's no stigma. No. There's zero stigma, especially that kind of a company.
Yeah,
that's an amazing company. They're insane, and if you can get in, that your next step is to buy your own Chick-fil-A at that point. You know what I mean? Like you get that kind of training. Chick-fil-A, it's their entry fee is nothing. And so you do the wholesaling and you buy your own Chick-fil-A, forget about it. You're good. Chick-fil-A is just right along the same lines as In-N-Out. Those are two excellent companies. So don't shy away from it ever. There's no stigma.
Honestly, I learned so much about business through In-N-Out, like mission, just how like systems, like to be honest, the past 10 years I've got a business education from there.
100%. Absolutely. I'm glad you see that. And guys, anybody in here that's thinking about quitting their regular job to do wholesaling, do not do it until wholesaling gets in the way of your job. You know what I mean? Where you're like, because right now, I mean, it's funny. I'm kind of transitioning out of my television career. And I'll get a call for a shoot that I need to do with like Carl's Jr. or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to miss out on talking to you guys. I've got 3 things closing. I'm doing this. It's almost, I'm losing money if I go and do that
Right.
job. You want to get to that point. Don't ever quit and then go, because there's a depression that comes with quitting for about the first 6 months. And so you're not motivated. And then you're playing Fortnite and you're hanging out and you're thinking you're working, but you're not. But you've got a head start right now. You've got momentum right now. Make those 20 calls today and just see what happens. I just want you to get jitters out and get to the point where you're at In-N-Out and you're doing it and it's automatic. You don't have to wonder what's going on. You're just doing it because you know how to do it. There'll be a point.
This was a good start to that. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thanks for giving me some real advice too about like when to quit my job, and like I'm just so in my head.
The secret menu at In-N-Out, we would have fun. We would have producers come in from out of town. They were so excited about going to In-N-Out. And we'd always say, oh, make sure you get the sideways cut fries. They're on the secret menu. And you know, no such thing. And so they would argue with people, no, the sideways cut, the ones on the secret menu.
You guys are hilarious.
It was so good.
I'm going to tell people that now, honestly.
Yeah, just tell them, like, go order the sideways cut fries. Like, what does that even mean? Okay, bro. Hilarious. Excellent job. You killed it. I'm really proud of you. Let's keep it going, though. Keep that going.
Sounds good. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
Okay, see ya.
See ya.
All righty, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's the deal. Like, we are cooking with fire. I love that. That kind of stuff just energizes me to no end. Johnny, I'm bringing you up. We'll go a little longer, guys. We got a nice crowd here, so I want to make sure anybody that needs help. You saw Isaiah. He's a normal dude. He's killing it. He just had a little bit of the jitters, and we just need to get those out and get doing what we're doing. I mean, it's so much easier. Hey, Johnny, I brought you up, but I don't know why it's not letting you come up. There we go. How are you?
Sorry about that.
No
Doing
worries.
good. Sorry.
No worries.